Hey, seventh graders, it's Miss Yanish. Happy May. We have now made it past April. I feel like April just flew by. Um, we're going into May. We're finishing up with just a few more weeks, if you can hang on, of math. We're going to give you some time to kind of finish up some old assignments too at the end of May and just kind of collect everything together. So I need you for 3 more weeks of new math stuff. And if you can do that, then we'll be in good shape. So the one of the first three weeks is volume. So we're finishing up on our geometry unit this week. Monday, there are just two quick videos. I believe the first one's like 2.5 minutes, and the next one's 3 minutes. There is an optional, it's 20 minutes long, but it shows the Minecraft stuff and how that relates to volume. So those of you who were Minecraft enthusiasts, you can check that out if you have time. Totally optional though, because it is a longer video. Then on Monday, you're going to complete the volume of rectangular prisms intro. This is something that you kind of did in 6th grade too. We just want to refresh your memory with this. So this Desmos is going to walk you through finding the patterns that we have of how many blocks are in the first layer of a 3D shape, and then moving to how many layers you have, which then creates your entire volume. So how many cubes fit in something. And you're going to do that pattern again for a few more shapes, and then we're going to take away the lines, and you're going to see up here this rectangular prism is 3 inches wide, 4 inches long, and 8 inches tall. So it's like a 3 by 4 by 8, and then you're going to tell me how many blocks would be in the first layer, and then how many layers, and then how many total blocks in there. So that's going to take you through. It does say it's going to say 17 slides, but again, some of them are just like, hey, really quick, straightforward. So nothing too bad there. Tuesday, triangular prisms and other various shaped bases that are prisms. So 2, again, quick videos here, really short for the Math Antics one. It's only 45 seconds of the clip that I want you to watch, but you're more than welcome to watch the whole thing if you want to. We do have this little graphic organizer here of the different shaped prisms, but this is the biggest thing. For any prism, you find the volume, okay, by finding the area of the base and multiplying it by the height. Remember that the base is how many cubes fit in that layer, and the height is just how tall it is, or in the shape with the octagonal prism here, how far back it goes. Okay, now don't freak out that you have to figure out how to find the area of a pentagon or a hexagon or an octagon. In your homework problems, they give you that area already. So literally, all you have to do is take the area that they give you of the base here and multiply it by the height. Or they'll give you this area of the base here and multiply it by the height, or I guess the length back, however you want to think about that. Please, 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 please remember to go up to your name when you're done with that big ideas assignment and press submit. I did have a couple people in the last couple of weeks forget to do that. So I can't see your grade on it until you press submit, all right? It just shows in progress. Wednesday, another Desmos, but it's only one problem. All right, so if I go back, give me a second, it is the heart-shaped box. So this is going to be, you're finding the volume, how many candies can fit into this heart-shaped box. What you're going to do, once this loads, maybe, there we go. What you're going to do is you have the option of splitting this up. So when I look at this shape, I kind of see like a triangle here, and it's going to give you that a little like paintbrush thing. So I see a triangle here, so maybe I'd split that down that way, and then maybe I'd split off these 2 triangles at the top here, and I have a rectangle in the middle. That is how I did it anyway. And then you're just going to find the area of this base. It's weird, but it's the base shape, and you can split it up. And then you're going to find the volume of it, and it will give you the height. So once you find the area of the base, just multiply it by the height, and there is your volume. Okay. Then Thursday is another big ideas assignment, so volume of pyramids. And when you do the volume of pyramids, you find a really interesting connection between the prisms, the volume of the prisms, and the volume of the pyramid. And this video is going to show that connection. And then you're going to have a big ideas assignment. Oh shoot, sorry, that was the prism one. And then here is your big ideas assignment for the pyramids. So again, they're going to give you the area of the base here. Okay, so you don't have to find the area of a pentagon. And then they give you this height, but there's one extra step that you're going to have to do in order to figure out the volume of a pyramid. And again, that's from that video, so please make sure you watch the video. In example number 7, you'd have to take the base, or well, the length here of the triangle times the height of this bottom triangle divided by 2, because it's a triangle. So that's the area of the base, times 8, and then there's that one extra step that you're going to learn about in the video in order to get your answers. We made sure that all of the numbers here were whole number answers, no decimals, no fractions. So if you get something like that, got to backtrack, figure out what you did wrong. There's also this really cool one. I liked this, Leonardo da Vinci, for you history buffs, if you want to look up that. But this would be a square pyramid, and they give you the dimensions up here on the top. So make sure you read that one. We did give you one more composite solid. So finding the volume of the rectangle, or I guess the square on the bottom, and then the square pyramid at the top there. Then Fridays is a decimals assignment. It'll be, again, pretty quick. So I'm just going to go back to this one. The teacher guide, maybe. Nope. Sorry. This was working better before. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is a card sort. Is it volume or is it surface area? Okay, you're going to match those. Remember, drag, wait until it's above or highlighted on the word, and then they're going to match together. The next slide, you'll be able to check your work. It'll go, and oh, I don't have it, obviously, because I didn't match anything. But when it does that, make sure, good, everything's great. Next one, just a quick one here, matching surface area and volume, and then another check, because the next thing that you're going to have to do is determine first, am I finding surface area like we did last week, or am I finding volume like you've been doing so far for this week's assignment? And then you might want to scratch a piece of paper or something you can write some of your numbers down. So for example, this first question, how much popcorn will this container hold? So is that a volume or a surface area problem if we're talking about how much popcorn's in there? Then once you figure that out, determine, okay, how do I figure out the volume of this? How do I figure out the surface area, whatever it happens to be? This one, how much cardboard is needed to make the candy bar box? Well, okay, is cardboard, how much is that surface area? Is that volume? Okay, what would that look like? How many sides are there? Etc. Then how much wax is used to make the candle? So how much wax is filling up inside of that? And this is a pyramid, so make sure there's something special you got to do with that. And then this very last one, how much paint will you need to paint all the sides of the beanbag toss ramp? And there is a bottom of this ramp. And I know some of you are like, but you don't paint the bottom. Just pretend you want to, use up the paint that you have. Ignore the hole that's in the center there where the beanbag goes. Pretend we're just painting on top of it because we don't need to subtract out the circle or anything. Then you're done. Okay, there is a level 4 on here if you're interested. Remember to press turn in up here at the top when you are done. Remember, I have those daily Zoom chats, and then you can ask me any questions via email or log into those Zoom, or I can schedule an individual Zoom if you would like to, but so far not a whole ton of people have been showing up, so you get pretty good individualized attention there. Hope you're all doing well. Please reach out if you do need anything. Miss you all.